Now, it is universally known at this point that 2023 was by far the worst Disney performance year of all time, given that the fact that it landed on their 100th year anniversary. It actually spanned all of their divisions, including ABC and all of their programs, whether it was Jimmy Kimmel Live, The View, Good Morning America, Kelly and Mark. A lot of programs were impacted in 2023, and here we are in 2024, where it's even in a worse state than it was last year. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. Now, I think that we could all agree here that those out there like Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and Sunny are the worst television personalities in history. They don't deserve to be on live television, and it really makes you question to yourself, how in the world do they still have an audience in 2024? It is really mind-boggling. But focusing on Joy Behar here, we know that she's been trying to expand her career beyond, of course, anything associated with ABC/The View. She has been trying to go back to her comedic roots, back to her acting roots, essentially, to kind of get things kick-started there again. Same exact thing going on for Whoopi Goldberg. A lot of studios are turning them away based on everything that they have been discussing on live television and how they found that very offensive. But what's interesting here has a lot more to do with Behar's behavior and her overall stance against the general public, and how she's taking her anger out on the general public after she was let go from HBO, after her comedy special fell apart. We talked about this multiple times already. But what's interesting about this has a lot more to do with her view over, of course, what's been going on with The View and the ratings disaster there, and everything else that's been happening with her in the film industry and in television. So, with the Disney executives now scrambling after the ratings disaster at ABC impacting all of their programs, including The View, one major development going on now involves more to do with Behar going on a rant in the wake of her getting fired from HBO and dealing with the ratings decline at ABC, along with losing millions of dollars in contract deals. Behar delivered the following: I think we have a very serious problem with society that when you are on live television exposing and calling out the truth for what it is, some out there have a very tough time handling that and how to accept the truth about certain individuals in this country and are just so egotistical and selfish and hide the truth from millions of people. The thing is, when you're a celebrity, and I think I have been for a while now, you realize you can use that following to put out a message. You can use your base to expose the truth and to witness a portion of the public spreading a false narrative that people like myself, Whoopi, Sunny, or whoever are not telling the truth is insulting. And now you have people who don't want to watch the program, and that exposes that truth about what's so important in this world. I really do believe that this country deserves better. I think this industry deserves better, and that society needs to function in a different way for it to improve over time throughout the generations. It's sad but true, but we are living through the worst of the worst generation right now. Where people like myself get labeled this or that for telling the truth. They just don't want to accept it all. That's where Whoopi and I stand. We take pride in delivering the truth to the people, and we will do whatever we have to keep doing that. I just think that society is frightened over people with a voice like myself and Whoopi who can use a following to really expose what's really going on here. At the end of the day, I have noticed that those that are opposed to the words that we share on television in any instance are coming from both young and old men who are afraid of women of any age group with a voice to deliver the true words to the people. They don't like it when the real story is shared, and I will be upfront with everybody in this business. This industry can be very tough. I'm in my 80s now, and I really am trying to do different things in my career, and it hasn't been going so well lately. It just hasn't. So guys, before I move on about what Joy Behar is spewing here, she's going on this rant about how she and Whoopi and Sunny tell the truth on live television. Now, we know that that's obviously not true. We know that all they do is spew lies. We know that they really are engaged in lying to the general public. They really do get bent out of shape whenever they get called out, whenever they get put on full blast, or whenever they are thrown in the hot seat and at the center of attention, and not in a positive way. This is where they go into full-on defense mode. Now, we know that the ABC ratings disaster continues, and it's continuing to worsen over time. This is by far the worst year performance-wise for ABC and for all of their programs, whether it's The View, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Good Morning America, whatever it is. ABC is not doing so hot right now, and Joy Behar is finding a very tough time coping with that, seemingly. And after everything that happened with HBO, and how she lost that on that multi-million-dollar contract deal for her comedy special, and how that got canceled because of her behavior, because of how she was very overly demanding behind the scenes, she's seemingly taking that anger out on the public, right? On everybody. And that really just goes to show you what kind of person she truly is. It goes to show you her character and how far she's willing to go to basically defend for what she believes is right. So this is where things begin to progress even further. She goes on to conclude, "I don't think or see that as any kind of coincidence at all. I just don't. It's the ongoing problem that we as women have to deal with in this industry. I think everyone needs to continue to watch ABC or any kind of program that aims to remain objective and to just tell it how it is. Because you see, when you are a celebrity, you need to keep your integrity and your soul, and a lot of that involves being honest with your audience and with those that follow you and have been loyal to you over the years." So again, guys, like I've said before, this is her coping with the fact that the views ratings are tanking. People are beginning to abandon ship. Even those that have been loyal to watching The View as a program, as a show, are beginning to scratch their heads right now. Like, yeah, maybe it's about time to cut the strings and just depart myself from this program. Nobody really wants to watch this garbage anymore. That's really what it boils down to. And sure, you're always going to have a niche audience that's going to love this thing no matter what, but you've had people on the fence that are beginning to now wake up about what The View is all about, what ABC is truly all about. And go figure, this is indeed a program that is owned by the Walt Disney Company. It's not a big shocker there at all. And look, this all comes in the wake, or in the midst of everything going on between herself trying to expand her career in Hollywood, in the film industry. We know that those two massive projects over at HBO fell apart. We talked about this a couple of days ago. She was supposed to have a spiritual successor to Curb Your Enthusiasm. That program fell apart. It's not happening anymore. Her comedy special, dubbed Bring Back the Joy, was canceled because of her behavior. She was booted from that. She was fired from HBO entirely. They want nothing to do with Joy Behar based on what she was trying to deliver with the extra 45 minutes worth of footage, or should I say material, that was to be shot. That was going to basically be nothing more than attacks on specific individuals, not really funny material at all. HBO smartened up, they felt like this would damage their image, and they were probably right about that, and they made the right call. So Joy Behar, I think, is just in free fall mode at this point. I would absolutely love to hear what everyone has to say about this ongoing situation between Joy Behar and her coping with the ratings situation over at ABC and more. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.